Okay, this is a tutorial on how to multi-track your Session Drummer 3 in a Sonar Producer X1. I am using Producer Expanded, but it should apply to the other Sonar X1s with Session Drummer 3. Okay, so I'm going to create a new project. I'm just going to call this SD3 Multitrack. I'm going to select the normal template because it has the bare minimum in it. And actually, I'm going to delete these tracks. I'm just right-clicking on them and selecting delete. I'm going to go up here to Insert, Soft Synth, Session Drummer 3. And then I am going to have these checked. MIDI source, synth track folder, all synth audio output stereo, and synth property page. This is going to create all these tracks. All these tracks basically correspond to each component within Session Drummer 3, like hi-hat, crash, ride, and all this. Okay, so note that it's showing 13 tracks. Well, this one is actually your MIDI input. I normally move this up to the first position under the folder. You can collapse and expand the folder there for organization, but to explain this, it's just easier if this is left 1 to 12, and you'll see why here in a minute. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to load a kit, so when I click on a drum head, a sound will come out. And I'm just going to load Steven Slate Sizzle Kit Wet 3. This will take a second to load. Okay, so close this. So I loaded a kit. So these drums are loaded with sounds. Okay. I'm going to go to the mixer. This is the way this works. These are the individual drums broken out into tracks. You can select what track output each drum will go to. This has tracks 1 through 12. All these drop downs have 1 through 12. So basically, this kick drum is going to route to number 1. Just here, you can see the input there to that. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and change each output to correspond to these tracks over here, 1 through 12. So the snare, I'm going to put to 2. The hi-hat, I'm going to put to 3, and so on. Down the line here. Or you can just click on it. Kind of might be easier. Oops, maybe not. Okay, these are the pads. They're already pre-programmed with sounds here. I'm not quite sure what that is. Cowbell, a couple of bongos, but okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here, and to keep it organized, I'm going to name what each track is playing. So as you can tell, kick is the first one, snare is coming out the second track, and the toms are coming out the other tracks, and so on. And what you can do, because now that you have mapped out the separate channels, you can apply effects to each drum, or you can change where it lies in the stereo field. I'm going to go through here and name these: kick, snare, hi-hat, tom 1, tom 2, Tom. Crash. Right, I think. That's like a... I'm just going to call that mini crash. Cowbell. Bongo 1 and Bongo 2. Okay, and this right here is your MIDI channel. So any MIDI source you're actually going to put into this track here. So I'm just going to call this MIDI source. Okay, so that's pretty much it. So what's cool about this is you can collapse your folder, and to keep things organized, you just call this drum kit. So, okay, so once you have that done, I go back to the kit. I can, I'm just going to go ahead and turn this off for now. Then I'm going to double click on the console to bring this up and spread this out. You have all your drums here. So let's go ahead and go back to the kit real quick, load it up. Should be able to double click on this little icon here and it brings up the kit. And once again, you can see how it's routing out the different tracks, and you should be able to apply like reverb if you like to the snare, adjust the snare. You're not going to be able to tell in this, but you can, you know, pan it left, pan it right. But that's pretty much it. Okay, so that's pretty much how you multi-track the drums. If you want to save this as a template so you don't have to do it, keep doing it all the time, you can go up to, close this out. We go up to save as, and I'm going to pick template, and I'll just leave Session Drummer SD3 multi-track there, and then I'm going to pick the folder to save it in. It should be in, I'm sorry, I'm going too fast. Cakewalk Content, X1 Producer, and go under, find your template folder, and click Save. So if I was to open up a new project, it should be in here. And there it is right there. So that's it.